be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll drop to throw. Out left to Shaheen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green, 30.
On first down, they run with Howard. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Shedding defenders at the 15. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again to Howard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Back to throw, Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And a catch right side by Evans. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now let's go.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He completes it to Evans. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Watson making up for some lost time here in season number 2. He's got the Texans on the move with a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins from 21 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Now let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Taking on the midfield logo. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down. Now Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Able to find Shaheem here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go.
This is Howard on second down. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They pitch out to Howard. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A gain of 6 there on 1st. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Whitney merciless. In there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now out comes Houston. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Gets past one man. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Watson forced out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, Watson under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Back 22! Back 22!
A shotgun snap for Watson, being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson buying time to his left. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking deep for Gabriel. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And take it right on the 30.
Missed.
This will not go down. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. He'll get it up the middle, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Whitney Merciless in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so
in this case, not so genius. I do admire that he went for it.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that.
And a loose football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. In there to get him, his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 13. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last